Hello, everyone. Adab. My name is Sabika. I'm an organizer, activist, editor, campaign strategist, um, but also a poet, a performance poet. I'm the founder of Sarera Hagazar Poetry on the Streets. I perform on metro stations, in narrow lanes, on marketplaces, on roads and crossings, and on ferries on top of the ocean. Um, I started performing in public spaces to subvert the margins that are created in these public spaces, and also primarily because cases of mob lynchings of Dalits and Muslims and trans people in India was growing to an unprecedented number. It was hitting very close home and became essential to rewrite narratives in public spaces. If they could spill blood, if they could spread hatred on roads, it was my duty to go out there and spread love and sing songs of resistance and tell poems about revolution in those very streets. Uh, so I won't take much time. I'm going to start with the first poem. It is an anti-war poem. I wrote it when I was in, I think, my undergrad. I wrote it because I remember one army general of a certain country had come out and announced that they're now going to have biodegradable bullets being used for war and training. The bullets will plant themselves in the soil and flowers will grow out of it. And it was bizarre. It was a bizarre idea. And that is why I wrote this poem. It is called Let a Jasmine Grow There Too. So, the army of a place whose people have unlearned love again wants to create bullets that plant flowers where they fall. What a beautiful idea, is it not? What a peace-loving, thoughtful gesture to reflower the places whose flowers you have destroyed. There will be flowers in Syrian ground, in Papua, and everywhere that bullets are dropped, in American school rooms and gay clubs and violent classes in Palestine, in a nursery in Lahore and the streets in Kashmir, in the forests of Chhattisgarh and valleys of the Northeast, where the bullets are dropped. Flowers will grow in the deserted concrete floor. I bet you have thought of exotic colors that you want the flowers to flaunt: tanager, tuberose, yarrow, lobelia, mesclun, jacaranda. Species of orchids, roses, and those that have unpronounceable biological names will now grow and be reaped by the scarlet blood of those whose bodies will recompose. Even before your biodegradable bullet shells, what an idea to unpluck the unripe, unblossomed bloods of the local glatula so your flower seeds could be dispersed. It will justify all the bullets that you've ever fired. No one, no one will ask you about fallen buildings of Aleppo, but applaud you for the new beautification process. No one will utter a word on how many streams turned red in Kashmir, but the aesthetic garden you planted right next to the tulips will not go unnoticed. We, we will understand your message of love. The father will make sure that a bullet shell is planted on the head side of his daughter's grave. I would want you to sprinkle these bullets into the sea so that they implant themselves in the decomposing bodies of those who embraced the sea to escape. My being is like barren land, a conflict zone. My being is like barren land, a conflict zone. Please fire a bullet into my heart and let a jasmine grow there too. And let a jasmine grow there too. The second poem is is something that I wrote when we were sitting in protest last year against the citizenship laws that my country had just passed. It seemed like a direct attack on my community, and we were grieving. And so you realize that when your entire community is pushed against the wall, when you are discriminated against because of your identity, that is fighting that is your only priority. Then heartbreak, romantic love, all personal grief takes a backseat. And that's when I wrote this. And I've seen a lot of fellow activists face this struggle, this prioritizing of personal grief and trauma over collective grief and collective resistance. And so this poem I wrote in Urdu initially is called I Can't Be a Lover Right Now. I'm going to translate as well. It goes like this. I can't be a lover right now. नहीं मैं अभी तुम्हारी नहीं हो सकती, नहीं मैं अभी तुम्हारी नहीं हो सकती, नहीं मेरी प्यारी भूरी आंखों वाले माशूक, हम अभी आशिक नहीं बन सकते। हम कैसे तुम्हारे लिए प्यार भरी गजलें लिखें जब मेरी स्याही क्रोध से खौल रही है और मेरा कलम सिर्फ आजादी लिखना चाहता है। नहीं मैं अभी तुम्हारी नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि याचिकाओं को लिखने में प्रेम पत्रों से ज्यादा लहू लगता है। नहीं मैं अभी तुम्हारी नहीं हो सकती, मैं कैसे तुम्हारी उंगलियों में उंगलियां उलझा कर बैठ जाऊं जब हमें शाहीन बाग और घंटा घर की औरतों के हाथों में हाथ डालकर साथ देना। मैं कैसे तुम्हारी हो जाऊं, मैं तुम्हारी बाहों की गर्मी को इनकलाब की रातों से कैसे बदल दूं। नहीं मैं अभी तुम्हारी नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि इस बार सिर्फ मेरे दिलो जज्बात नहीं, मेरी नागरिकता, मेरी कौम, मेरी आजादी दांव पे लगी है। तुम खुद बताओ। बदन पे लाठी के निशान, नील पड़े पांव, रज जगी आंखें, खाली पेट के साथ मैं कैसे तुमसे इश्क कर पाऊंगी, मैं कैसे तुम्हारी हो पाऊंगी। नहीं मैं अभी तुम्हारी नहीं हो सकती, ना ही तुम्हारे हिज्र में रो सकती हूँ, ना तुम्हारी याद मनाऊंगी, क्योंकि शायद हर गम का एक सही वक्त, एक सही मौका होता है, और आज अभी मुझे आंसू बहाने हैं अपनी मौत पर, अपने वजूद की मौत पर। नहीं मैं अभी तुम्हारी नहीं हो सकती। I can't be a lover right now. No. I cannot write poems for you, my brown-eyed lover, not when my ink boils with anger. My pen refuses to write anything but freedom. No, I can't be a lover right now because petitions need more blood than love letters. And I need to hold hands with women of Shaheen Bagh and Ghanta Ghar instead of entangling my fingers with yours. No, I can't be a lover right now because my nights are spent protesting in the cold and I cannot afford to exchange it with the warmth of your embrace. No, I can't be a lover right now and mourn your departure because it's not just my heart that is at risk, but my very existence. No, I can't be a lover with lathi marks on my back, swollen toes, empty stomach. No, I can't be a lover right now. Probably because grief has a right time. Every grief has a right time, an apt moment, and right now I am grieving the death. The death, the approaching death of my existence, my vajood. No, I can't be a lover right now, my brown-eyed lover. I can't be a lover right now. The next poem is something that I wrote during my college, during my university days, when we had different curfew hours for boys and girls, and there's a lot of discrimination on campus, and a movement was started. I was also a part of that movement, and it was called Break the Cages. and started off as a feminist movement. It was an anti-fascist, um, anti-casteist, anti-communalism movement. Um, and I met some really inspirational women while being a part of that, while protesting, while dancing on the streets. And I learned through that movement how to celebrate our resistance and how to form a community. And so this poem is also in Urdu and it's a performance poem, but I'm going to read out the translation, and it goes like this. It is dedicated to the women who came before me, the women who ensured that I am articulate enough to assert, and it is a tribute to all of them. And it goes like this. Today, I will tell stories of my shamelessness. Today, I will tell stories of my shamelessness and the shamelessness of thousands of women, the locks of whose cages are getting stronger by the day. You, who have further tightened the existing ropes around our throat, you who have taken our freedom in a free country, you who have kept the nights to yourselves and evicted us from the ownership of the dark skies, who refuse to share the treasures the stars and the galaxies had to offer when we asked. You read out the long chapters from the books of honor and security on instances when we tried to take it on our own, we couldn't manage to return home. You who have changed our feet, who have chained our feet and built walls of culture, religion, civilization, nationalism around our being, you who stand guard with conditioned minds, ignoring our very existence at my doorstep, and draw lines that can never be crossed. You shout and press hard, you force and try new methods to cage us down and silence us, and you thought that we, yes, we, with bowed heads year after year, century after century, school after school, neighborhoods after neighborhoods, country after country, nation after nation, will wear your chains as if they were anklets. We will take your ropes to be beautiful necklaces, red lipstick will shine atop the locks you've put on our tongues, and we will dance to the rhythms of your oppression. No, 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 no. History has seen days. तारीख में ऐसी तारीखें बार बार आई हैं जब औरत ने बिजलियां गिराई हैं. The history has seen days when women have come down as lightning and destroyed your forests of oppression and misogyny, your imposed standards of sexuality and parameters of honor and shame. We have broken locks and dismantled prison bars, and the battle continues every day. We will turn every dagger into pens that will write, ropes will be transformed into anklets, and then we will dance on the chest of the world, on roads, markets, and homes, in protest gatherings, libraries, and universities, and parliaments, and senates, and then you would have nothing to do but stare at us, unemployed as you've been dismissed from the job of guarding our bodies. You can now sit on stools of patriarchy and fascism and wait for a bro brigade who will arrive soon and apply the ointment of honor on the wounds of your patriarchy while you judge our characters through our clothes. And we are witches and granddaughters of shameless women who will keep walking, never surrendering, breaking cages, reclaiming the nights, eating the stars. And we are witches and granddaughters of shameless women. Hamara kya hai? Hum to besharam gunahagar dayan aurtein hain who will keep walking, never surrendering, breaking cages, reclaiming the nights, eating the stars, while the moon adorns our forehead और चांद हमारे माथे पर बिंदी बनकर चमकेगा और चांद हमारे माथे पर Bindi Bankar Chamke. And so this is going to be my last poem. It is about hope. And every day we have struggled to keep hope alive. But as we say, hope is what leads the world. And so this is a poem inspired by Danisha Lamarus's poem on hope. It is, it goes like this. Every morning, hope. Every morning when I wake up, my ribs are heavy. I carry within them two plants. One is that of hope, and the other of hopelessness. On days I water one, on most days the other. But that is the thing about hope. It isn't a feeling, it isn't a mantra, it isn't just the efforts our face muscles take to round our lips and say, oh, and let it fall at the drop of pee. Hope is labor, hard work, resistance. It is a sit-in protest against hopelessness. Hope does not just smile. It is grief and prayers. It is placards and that song on loop, slogans on the streets and hula hoop to the right beats. It is picking up rubble and dead bodies from burned streets and scribbling ideas on used sheets. Sometimes hope seems to be a privilege. But the hope plant within my ribs wants to fight all odds and hope still that on the other side we will come out more compassionate, kind, dismantling systems of marginalization, more love and safe spaces, more calm and less racism, inclusive workspaces, cleaner air and cleaner hearts, original news and greater starts. The plant of hope has climbed my neck and ribs and reached out to my ears just to whisper, Inshallah, soon. And with this, I want to thank the Access Now and RightsCon team for having me here and all of you for listening to these poems, which might not be that important, but they definitely can kindle hope, even if it is in one person's heart. It would mean the world to me. And so, if you have any questions, let me know. And thank you so much, Shukriya, Adab, and more power and love and strength and hugs to each one of you. Thank you.